Understandably so. Look, that's why the rule is in place to protect shooters, so they have a landing place. And got that foot under there. He turned his ankle. You can see he was frustrated, but costing his team a point.
Now takes the first shot of the third quarter. The Hawks were +7 on shot attempts. And then also high assist rate. That's what they do. 22 assists on 28 field goals in the first half. Working around to Kyle Kuzma, who had his third miss of the night, and leaking out right behind the defense.
Coach Kalamian at half with Melanie talked about defense is clearly going to be our emphasis. Well, Brooke was back, but it's a heck of a pass. It just couldn't turn quick enough.
Yeah, how did that pass get right past him? It's a bigger question, and now a turnover. Not the start that the Bucks want here in the third quarter. Daniels with the runner.
The play-by-play. Ralph Lawler, when I was with the Clippers, Lawler's law, first to 100 wins. Not sure it's going to apply tonight because they're both going to have 100 very soon, but we'll see.
Yeah, like midway through the third quarter. Melanie Riggs, what you hear in the Bucks huddle?
We'll be sharper out there. So as you can see, quick timeout call from
Mohamed Gay. I'll get it right. Third personal. Mohamed Gay.
Like we said, we're starting that website.
Just making up players at this point. Maybe one of them will play defense. Oh, the alley.
You can tell they anticipate, and it can be a weakness if they're leaking out like that, and you're a team that can go offensive board and make them pay when Milwaukee shoots it, go and get it again, but not a great offensive team, especially with no Bobby, no Sims. Listen, that one right there. So you can make a team pay a lot of times, but Milwaukee can't, and so I think you just got to get back on D.
All right, so another double-digit deficit. 15 is the largest deficit here so far, 91-76. Giannis, that hesitation goes right at like 3 Hawks.
Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo in the huddle telling his team, we got to get back in this game. Let's take it one possession at a time. And KPJ also telling the guys, let's collect ourselves right now, get back on defense, get back in transition, Lisa.
Thank you, Mel. 91-77. Look at the D up here. Brooke nearly got the...
Quite a run by Atlanta to come out. You heard Coach Kalamian at half say there's got to be a focus on defense. It just hasn't translated into stops right now, but that's obviously what they were talking about at half.
Now Giannis Daniels got him from behind. And off and running. Look how fast they get up and down. TP got the block. Gay. Daniels with the lay-in. I mean, they just get...
Always a huge part of it. Make them take the ball to bounds. Once the shot is made, getting back, getting the defense set, communicating, and look in the half court, they're a very good team as well. So just keep communicating, keep talking, keep a guy on a guy. Oh, TP. Foul to me.
Boy, they're getting in deep with these passes.
The pace that they're playing with, the spacing behind the defense. Way to the rim where only Gay could get it.
8 points now for Mohamed Gay. Trent Jr. quickly shovels it over to Pat Connaughton. That shot won't count immediately. The Bucks got to shore this up, otherwise it's going to get really far from reach. Gary Trent Jr. mid-range, in and out. The Hawks have outscored the Bucks 14-4 here in the third quarter. Deep shot for Trae Young.
Yeah, there really is obviously plenty of time for Milwaukee to nice pass.
Connaughton. Ricochet, catch and shoot.
That really is impressive. I think just to see him coming out, maturing as a rookie at 19 years old, to be able to shoot the ball the way that he is, and just to, you can tell, make the play that he knows his team wants him to make, and never look back on that one.
Giannis trying to get positioning on team. TC quickly to Giannis, in and out. Boy, isn't that the way things have gone in the third quarter, at least for the Bucks.
Yeah, this really has been a quarter where we have seen Giannis have some monster third quarters. So I like seeing his teammates understand they keep going back to him on that one. Obviously, 1 second had to be quick.
Brooke trying to come over, and the finish by Daniels. Dyson Daniels, who averages about 14 points per game, is above that average now, 7 of 10 shooting for 16 points. On One coverage now for Giannis. Oh, he's got a couple shading though. Pat Connaughton was looking for the lob play to GA.
Yeah, they read it. You saw Pat run that so nicely with Giannis earlier, but they were all over it.
Offensive foul call.
More times than we can count. Not bleeding yet, so we know he's fine. But they make careers being hustle players, there's no doubt about it.
Giannis quick spin move.
Yeah, and I love seeing the way Milwaukee is playing through Giannis right now. I think he feels he has to take over and score, and he might not be wrong, but I think he'll find those open shooters if he has to, but going through him is the right thing.
Daniels looking it off, Ricochet for three.
Boy. And it was Georgia Niang in that second quarter. Now in this third quarter, seeing Ricochet just get hot, knock these threes down. It's quite a bit of weaponry to be able to keep making threes.
In the third quarter.
Well, one thing we know, watching not only NBA games, but this game specifically, is a 20-point lead is definitely not safe.
Points the Hawks have put up with Sox. For Brook Lopez.
Devin Booker got loose with a couple seconds left and knocked down a little step-back mid-range fader. Didn't even have that great a game, but he made that one.
And Mike Budenholzer returns to Milwaukee for the first time since taking on the Phoenix job.
Well, Coach Buzz trying to wrangle Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. He's got some guys that can get it done. It's quite a show. That'll be the next game.
Gary Trent Jr. can't find it. And suddenly in this quarter, the Bucks have kind of gone cold here offensively. Giannis with the rebound. Milwaukee is shooting 23% in the third quarter and can't hit shots like that. Now 3 of 14 in the quarter. 14 that's shooting about 57% for the game. Giannis right down the lane, gets it knocked away by LeVert. Points off turnovers tonight. Remember, the Knicks got about 26 points off of 16 turnovers on Friday night against the Bucks. See if this timeout settles them. Giannis going past like 3 defenders. 11 turnovers now for Milwaukee. Shooting just 20% in this quarter. Process that. The Bucks field goal by quarter. 85% in the first quarter. 55% on the bench. Gets a three-pointer on the court.
Guess he's just keeping himself ready over on the side. Sometimes your coaches would tell you, you got to cheer, you got to encourage your teammates.
Energy and recklessness and mix it up a little bit. Giannis.
Time, because you can actually
pass the whole D.
Yeah, there's no question. There needs to be an individual accountability.
There for Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
LeVert once again. All right, the final 90 seconds here of the quarter. And the Bucks have only put up 15 points here in the quarter. They've given up 32.
He is one of the only bigs that's healthy right shootout.
Tonight is the 6th straight game Damian Lillard is missing. Deep vein thrombosis in his right calf. Safety and health. And drills the three-pointer. Barlow, who is 29% three-point shooter.
Look like some.
Man, KPJ made.
There'd be a lot more three-point plays, whether it's the hard way, the old-fashioned way like that, or catching and shooting. You got to think, be aggressive with the three ball and hope that Atlanta misses something like that.
And hope that the Bucks can get the rebound. Trae Young gets tripped up.
He got away with it.
Yeah, he did. So the possession here to Atlanta, and there's man once again. 9 points. Brook Lopez looking for his first three-pointer of the night. Kevin Porter Jr. for three. Good start for the fourth for KPJ.
It's good seeing Milwaukee knock some shots down, but this Atlanta team, they do not win by playing defense and stopping the other team. They let the other team score in the games that they win. Ricochet finally missing.
Giannis starting on the bench in the fourth quarter. This group's got KPJ, quick crossover, lost it though. 12 turnovers for the Bucks. And Reese
10 for 16 from the field.
including tonight, 420 March, about 15 points per game coming into tonight. Shooting about 53%. KPJ driving. Andre Jackson Jr. gets the offensive rebound. And we got
to understand, look, if you're down by 26 points, you got to be uber aggressive defensively, take chances, and you got to get quick shots. There you go, drawing the foul right there.
Tonight, 8 points, making those powerful voices. Get your tickets to 24-point advantage. Largest lead has been 27. George Niang with his 17 points in the second quarter, sitting on 17 now. Ajax, cross-court pass, finding Gary Trent Jr. on the block. Ajax nearly had the tip done. Now they're showing the replay. All right, inside 10 minutes before this one is final. 24-101, George Niang has come back to life.
They give you some good audio sometimes, especially when it's our guy Brooke.
And he kept it clean.
He did. We always appreciate that.
Giving his opinion though. Here's KPJ. Big fourth quarter, in and out.
Changing course. They're not slowing it down. They're not.
Him off the bench. 15 points, 4 assists.
Like you're saying, in all things, no question, there's been 1 or 2 games since he's put that Bucks jersey on that without his performances, Bucks would not have won.
The Bucks force a turnover. Showing a little bit of life here. Kuz to Gary Trent Jr. One dribble, corner shot. Really would have brought some life back to Pfizer. KPJ. And George Niang took a tumble.
Green after he made the pass to GT, who of course made that one after the foul was called.
Bit of that zone look here for the Bucks. Brooke challenge out. A 31-point game. 5 3-point makes.
There's from this Atlanta squad.
The Bucks outscored the Hawks in the first quarter. The Hawks got the Bucks in the second and the third. Let's see what kind of comeback maybe the Bucks have in them in the fourth. Trae Young leaves it short.
This is a 19-year-old rookie out of France that when he got picked, the people who love hoops and they watch the NBA and they track it close, they knew who he was, but I would imagine a lot of people didn't. And I'll tell you what, he's been putting himself on the map this year. My goodness, what a performance, what a game from him tonight.
Yeah, he's tied a career high, 33 points. Kevin Porter, 19 here for KPJ.
At least in most teams, when you've got a lead like this, kind of slow it down, use the shot clock, move it a little bit. You got Trae Young shooting bomb threes.
He got it with the Clippers, his 26. He's got 21 and a perfect 7 for 7 from the charity stripe. I thought he might pull the trigger there.
Exactly. You got him. Just look at the offensive run. That was Trae Young coming from the interior, setting the screen on the way out and popping to 3. Look at the spacing.
Gonru to Niang. They kind of forced that one up. Man, second chance points.
That was Reese Shea, maybe that's not that one. Is that Daniels? Dyson? Yeah, you're right.
They look similar. body. I don't know why Trae Young's playing games right now.
We know he wants to shoot as fast as he can. No need to stall now.
That's right. So Giannis and Taurean Prince, the next dead ball, will get set to check in. And the Bucks still trailing big. KPJ, 3-ball. Giannis is back in. Gary Trent Jr., they left KPJ in. Taurean Prince has been added to the mix with Kyle Kuzma. Daniels kicks it out to Reese Shea, 4-3. Use a few more of those misses. The Bucks have outscored the Hawks in this quarter, 23-13. But still a huge deficit to climb.
Could get interesting in the quarter.
Nice, leaves it short. Tried to get his own miss.
See if they can do something else special up.
Back to Daniels, the runner. Oh, one of the better defenders producing. He's got a 20-point game. Go with his 6 assists, 4 steals, by the way, and 7 rebounds. What a game he's produced.
His third year, too. A good defensive player his first 2 years. GT with this right there. But what he's doing this year in his third season, leading the league in steals, and obviously coming into his own offensively, really helped this Atlanta team.
He was a lottery pick in the 2022 draft. Also the same draft that Ryan Rollins was picked a second-round pick in.
Yeah, that was quite the draft.
Kyle Kuzma for 3. Bucks aren't going away.
Well, I got to hope that Atlanta sticks with the playbook. They keep shooting early bad threes. That Trey misses a few more. It'll give Milwaukee a chance, but at this end, the defense has to happen right now.
Trey Young gets it right back. Kevin Porter Jr. turns it over and draws. The Bucks came back from down 19. Keep this momentum. 26 this year.
There you go. Hasn't been done, but boy, I'll tell you, we've watched enough NBA hoops, and especially with this Atlanta Hawks team, to know by Atlanta.
Ryan Rollins with the foul. Well, the Hawks aren't in the bonus yet either. Trae Young finds himself being defended by Giannis. This has happened a couple of times here tonight. Double team coming means someone's open and revert.
And Giannis being willing to switch and guard on the perimeter, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's not easy to shoot over Giannis. You just got to have guys on that backside beating those big guys at the rim or whoever the slashing guards are.
KPJ finds Kuz for 3. Giannis with the tip in. He goes. Torian Prince comes up with it. Giannis a one-on-one chance to Kuz.
But he made a nice pass to Kuz on that one.
135, 123.
See what this Bucks team can do. We've seen some crazy comebacks as of late. The Lakers were playing Chicago last week.
Foul, now the 15th. It's not supposed to go both ways, where they make free throws with the clock stopped.
No, it definitely does not help the Bucks catch up.
KPJ, they shut him down. Had numbers, or did they shut him down? Spins away from it.
Almost beautiful footwork right there. Okongwu back there at 6'9". He's doing a good job contesting, but he almost had him.
Deep pass, we've seen plenty of those. Okongwu just throws it up. The Bucks had gotten it to 12. Torian Prince chased second opportunity. That's out there.
Yeah, I think you realize a lot was going to have to go right. And really, the shots that were going down in that first quarter when Milwaukee scored 44. We were looking at stats at the end of that quarter where guys were shooting 100%, 6 for 7. So not quite the case right now. And with just over 2 minutes left, looking like
I had a hard time, but I did it.
It was going to be, at the worst, a shootout.
Boy, with as hot as Milwaukee was, you had such a disparity all of a sudden. And, you know, I think this is the 5th time Milwaukee's seen this Atlanta team. It's not like they're unfamiliar with how they play, and Milwaukee's beat them 2 out of the
semifinals, the Emirates NBA Cup semifinal game.
And he hangs on the rim.
Chris Livingston, good on the second.
Texas Tech, Florida game.
You know, I didn't. I was at the analysis last night.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There was some good things going on there too, but my goodness. Right. Texas Tech up by 10 with 5 minutes. Florida, unbelievable comeback to win it.
All 4 #1 seeds in the Final 4, which is, it's been a minute. Gay tried the putback.
Got the better one. Referring to
here.
Maybe 4 losses in a row. And 8 games left after this one, and there's that guy Dyson Daniels.
And you got Bud returning for the first time to Milwaukee, as we've talked about. You got Phoenix, who just narrowly beat the Bucks just about a week ago.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some payback on those guys, because that Devin Booker jumper down by 1 to put them up by 1 with 2 seconds left, that one stung a little bit. Milwaukee had quite the strong road trip going, 2-1 at that point, and losing to Phoenix and to Denver kind of started this losing streak they're on, but still enough time and a softer schedule still for Milwaukee. They just have to take advantage.
There's certainly not a lot of excuses you can make with some of the defensive lapses here tonight, but also just a real reminder. No Dame, no AJ Green, no Bobby Portis, no Jericho Sims. All of those guys would get playing time in a game like tonight. Significant contributors.
Yeah, they certainly would. Look at Atlanta up by this much, still throwing the ball out on the break and running. But I do think the thing that really matters about this game is, and hopefully this does not become relevant, but Milwaukee in the 6th seed currently, Atlanta in the 8th seed, this was a tie-breaking game that puts them up 3-2 against Milwaukee. So if there is a tied record at that 7th spot per se, Atlanta would beat out Milwaukee now with the 3-2 in-season victory.
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that.
That's
but
for sure.
The NBA Cup semifinals does count as a regular season game. Atlanta with a series 3-2, and the rare 5.
Obviously getting the loss right here from Milwaukee. 4 in a row. You hope they can turn it around against Phoenix, like you said.
Yeah, it'll be the 3rd game of his 3-game homestand.